Hi, my name is Lindsay Olivarez. I'm one of the family law attorneys at Udall Shumway. One of the things that I'm often asked during either a consultation or during the course of a family law representation is questions regarding orders of protection. Should I get one? Should I not get one? Who do I put on it? Things of that nature. One of the questions that I get that's sort of a common theme is, well, he never actually or she never actually put hands on me. Can I go get an order of protection? The answer is yes. What the court is looking for is some indication that domestic violence has occurred or is likely to occur based on events with a 12-month look-back period. So they're looking back essentially a whole year to see if there's anything in that past history that indicates that an act has happened or is likely to occur based on the actions that have already taken place. Sometimes you'll see that actually someone has unfortunately placed hands upon another individual, and that's a pretty clear case of domestic violence. It's not always that simple though. Even cases where no one has touched another person, domestic violence could have actually occurred. Some examples of non-physical contact domestic violence might be threats to either hurt or kill or hide somebody, or threats to hide someone's person, literally no one will know where to find you kind of threats. You might also experience someone preventing you from leaving a home, either by physically blocking you or by making threats about what will happen if you do leave, or throwing things at or around you, not necessarily touching you, but could potentially come into contact with you or again in your physical proximity. So keep in mind that it doesn't necessarily have to be the case that someone actually touches you in order for an order of protection to be appropriate. Now, in all cases, and I might say this more than once in this video, it is essential that you call 911 if you feel that your safety is being threatened by the actions of another person. You absolutely have to call 911 and absolutely need to protect your safety. Another question that comes up a lot with respect to orders of protection is whether children should be placed on it. That's sort of a tough call for people who preside over orders of protection issuance issues. So those will be commissioners or justices of the peace or judges of the lower courts or of the superior court. Whether children go on should be a function of whether the contact or the almost contact or the threats had something to do with the children. If the children were involved in that lead up to why you want to pursue an order of protection, then they should be placed on it. If it had nothing to do with them, then perhaps you ought to think about leaving them off. If the actions tend to indicate that the children may be in danger, certainly you can put them on. If your children are over 18, they are legal adults and would need to get their own order against the person who you are afraid of. Another thing to think about is whether any pets need to go on to an order of protection, and indeed that can happen if there is some sort of threat to the safety of an animal within your home. You also can't be putting on any other adults. So if you're worried about your mother because your spouse is making threats against them, you need to encourage them to get their own order of protection, and again, call the police if it's necessary. Before you think about an order of protection, if time permits, try to schedule a consultation with an attorney on an expedited basis. Don't let too much grass grow, but if you have concerns about whether to put children on, for example, or whether the events rise to the level of an order, you may want to seek counsel on that. But again, don't let too much grass grow under your feet. And if you feel that it's truly necessary to protect your safety or the safety of your child, you must get an order of protection. And that can be obtained when no family law case is pending in the Superior Court. It can be obtained from the municipal courts in your area, the Justice Courts, or the Superior Court.